Hi, Renee Flamont here. When it comes to thinking about whether or not your narcissist is going to get it together once they leave you, I want you to give the cycle some thought. Because, okay, they, as we've discussed, are addicted to the messy cycle that is their cycle. Okay, the love bombing, all of it. The fighting, the devaluing, the getting back together, the hoovering, all of that. That is a cycle that they go through with each and every person. If you think for 1 millisecond that the narcissist is getting their stuff together once they leave you, I need to change your mind. Because they will do the cycle again to the next person. Not only on a personal level will they not get their stuff together because they're going to do the abusive cycle to somebody else. By the way, regardless of what they make you think is going on, they will do the cycle to somebody else. Even if they get married. All you can do at that point is say, oh my God, that poor person. They have no idea what they're in for. Right? That doesn't mean that they're happy and in love and finally got healthy here and found the love of their life and they're going to just change now and be all healthy and copacetic, and she is never, ever, ever going to ever have to deal with any of the things that you did, and she's not going to suffer at the words and the actions of the narcissist, and he's not going to triangulate her and cheat on her and try to find other supply. He's going to do all the same things to the next person that he did to you. He did to you all of the things he did to the person before you. So that person maybe saw pictures of him with you and thought, oh, well, she's cute. He looks happy. Well, how come he couldn't be like that with me? Little did they know you're miserable. You can clean up well, you look cute in a picture too. He can show a picture that makes him look happy with you. You know how awful it really was. So if you see pictures or hear stories or see evidence of him acting like he's got his stuff together, just remember that. The person before you, the girlfriend, wife, whatever that he had or she had before you, thinks that he got himself together when he met you. My narcissist did not have his stuff together with me. So I hope the girlfriend before me knows that he's still a mess. And I think she's a smart woman, and I think she probably knows that he's a mess, and he'll be a mess forever. The other thing is, it's not just on a personal level that they will always be a mess, because the cycle demands, their narcissistic personality disorder demands, that their personal life will forever be in shambles. That is guaranteed. Even if they get married. Some narcissists get married 5 times. You think they're blissful every time? You think every single spouse that they had was blissful? And that's why they have 5 marriages? That it was maybe all the spouse's fault? You don't see a pattern? The other part of their life, not only personal, that is always going to be a mess, is their script may change, but their home life is always going to be a wreck. I doubt they're ever going to go and leave a narcissistic relationship and go and find someone and have a healthy little square life and have a white picket fence and everything's going to be fine. My narcissist is still bouncing around with no home to his name at 63 years old. That's a mess, in my opinion. That is a mess. You are retired, you have a pension, there's no reason why you shouldn't be a home-owning, tax-paying, productive American citizen. What are you doing with your life? Property tax paying is what I'm saying. You're renting somebody's condo that you know owns a condo. You got furniture off some friend that was unloading a house of furniture. Like, what? It sounds like a college life to me. That's a mess. When you think about their friends, okay, not only does their partner change, their home is very unstable usually, their friends change. I watched in the little limited time that I knew my narcissist, I watched him go through people like they were potato chips. Oh, this is my friend, this and this. And I'm not saying you might not be someone that has 75 friends. You might be that kind of person. I don't know. If you're in business a long time and you've lived in the same place a long time, that can happen. But when you move to a new state like I did half my life ago now, but you grow up in Rhode Island, you stay in Rhode Island, you're going to have 200 friends by the time you're my age. You've known everybody since you were 4. But when you move away or you change jobs, things can change, right? The narcissist will introduce you, he introduced me to people that, oh, this guy's my great friend. Never heard the person's name. Even if you don't meet all my friends, their names are inherent in my stories. My life is not a mess when it comes to friends. It's consistent. I have very lovely people in my life. I have stories about them, memories with them. This guy would be introducing me to people, and their memories were convoluted and odd and sketchy and shady, and you just know it's a mess. Things are a mess with their family while they were with you. They're still going to be a mess with their family when they leave you. My narcissist hardly ever spoke to his sister. And something tells me it's because of him, not her. How could you possibly have a relationship with a brother who does this? Through 2 wives. She saw. You don't think she saw how her brother was treating his 2 wives? He cheated on them the whole time. He told me right out. 2 marriages, 15 years. You think that behavior is going to go out the window? You think so he met you and he was awful to you, but now all of a sudden he looks happy and he's going to get his stuff together. Oh my God. For the love of Blanche, no. And I am here to tell you, their life is a whole lot of a freaking mess. It was with you, it was before you, and it is after you. And the reason I felt the need to say this is because I don't like when I hear women or men, either one, feel badly that after them, the narcissist is going to get his act together. Or you'll hear this one a lot of times. Maybe it's not even with a narcissist. Well, he's happy now, but I trained him. And sometimes women and men thank the others for, thank you, you made him realize how to behave. That can happen in life with a non-narcissist, sure. People can get married and learn what they did wrong and then make a different choice in their next marriage and have it work out. Healthy, functioning, normal people can, of course. And in that way, maybe hopefully you grew from that relationship too, and you can take lessons into your life and make yourself be happy. That's just growth. Why can't we do that? You know what I mean? But with a narcissist, they can't do that. There's no lessons they bring forward. There's no things that they want to improve on themselves for the next person. They don't think there's anything wrong with them. Ever. So they're not going to leave you and heed your words and your conversations and your arguments and go, oh, maybe I should behave differently this time with this one. No. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're going to be a mess. They are a mess right now. I don't care where your narcissist is right now. They're a mess. Oh, but I heard he was out, doing miserable the whole time, faking it the whole time. And the more they're miserable, the bigger their smile. And you know that because they're going to lay it on thick. So if they're in a particular state of utter misery, meaning they can't find any new supply right now, it's a slow day on the waterfront and nobody's going out, they're going to be absolutely more miserable than ever. So they're going to seem brighter, shinier, louder, funnier, bigger. Because they have to sell that they're fine. They have to sell that. Whereas you have the luxury of being a healthy, normal, functioning person. We use the words normal and healthy to indicate that you're non-disordered. You have the ability to gain happiness and order and getting your stuff together once you're not with them. You do have that ability to be happier and blissful. And when they one day see you, you will be in a state of bliss. With your new life, they will be in the same exact spot. The script might change. Their partner might change. Where they're bunking their head might change. But they'll be in the same exact messy spot because they don't know any different. They exist in that turmoil. Don't let yourself be fooled for 1 millisecond. 1 millisecond that what they're doing is this put together life and they're all great now, and it's impossible. They can't have that life. That's why they didn't have it with you. That's why they didn't have it with the person before you. They are impossible, incapable of changing into someone that can have a healthy, functioning together life. And I want you to know that, because I don't want anyone sitting there thinking somebody after you is getting the good version of your narcissist. There is no good version of your narcissist. And if they're in the middle of love bombing and getting the good version of your narcissist, just wait. Sit back, sip your coffee, and wait. You know why? And I feel bad. I don't wish this on their next supply. I don't. On anybody. That's why I'm making this channel. I hope their next supply is watching this channel and dumps them before they can devalue them. But if you are sitting there watching him and hearing and getting wind of, oh, he took her here and he said this to her and he bought her an engagement ring and the love bombing is hard and you're hearing all about it, just wait. Because even if they then dissipate out of your life and you finally break and you don't hear another word, if you never heard another word past the blissful love bombing that did land in your lap as news, I can tell you the rest of the story. The rest of the story is that blushing new supply is going to get devalued, is going to get triangulated, is going to get gaslighted, is going to get fought with, is going to get insulted, is going to get probably broken up with or left or cheated on. And then it's just the same exact cycle. You don't even need to be, I don't need to be in my narcissist's life to know what's going on in his life. I know exactly what he's doing every single second. Figuratively, you know what I'm saying. But in other words, when you're still trying to contact me through the email and sending me clips of videos, but you made it known that you have like this girlfriend or whatever, so you're doing the same exact thing. So you're not happy. So you're not blissfully happy with this new girlfriend when you're trying to contact me, telling me you love me and you want to marry me. The poor girl is getting, he's betraying her and being disloyal to her already. She doesn't even know. So is that blissful? I wouldn't want to be her. I don't think that stuff gets better. I don't think that ignorance is bliss. I want to know exactly what's happening. And I think that girl would want to know too. So even though she's thinking everything's great right now, which she isn't, because they've had their own blowouts, because he told me. But even if for a second somebody new in the love bombing phase thought, oh my God, this is blissful, and you're like, ugh, I hate the fact that he's making somebody else blissful. Just wait. Just wait. And feel bad for that person. And if you happen to know that person, do you try to contact them and give them warning? It's tricky, huh? Huh, Minnie? That's tricky because we'll always look like a mean, crazy ex-stalker. That is all we will look like. And if I ever invent a way to approach the new person, I will tell you. But it's very hard to make people understand what you went through to begin with, let alone his new supply. Unfortunately, she might already be in it and might have to learn it herself. And I'm not saying we're betting on that. We don't want anyone to go through what they made us go through at all. Don't be mad at the new supply. They didn't do anything. They don't even know. His new supply doesn't even know I'm here, that he's still calling me. Has no idea. Which I expect to dissipate now because I haven't been answering. So I'm hoping that that'll stop. But I don't want you to think for a second that your narcissist is living it up now that he left you. No way. Do not let that enter into your brain. That is not true. Okay? Chin up.